All right, so I know nothing about Whirlwind Carter of the Interplanetary Secret Service. As you can see here, he is quite a Chad, and he doesn't like green spiked men, and he has a beautiful assistant, apparently, I'm assuming, and it has something to do with space, clouds, and New York City in the background. I know nothing about Whirlwind Carter, and I could not find very much information at all, but that's a little bit strange because we have no less than 15 action-packed pages of Whirlwind Carter adventure to get through. If I had to wager a guess, I would say that this fella is some kind of, I don't know, Buck Rogers type adventure into space. But the question is he a American that goes out into space, or is he a spacefaring species, some kind of Kryptonian individual that goes on adventures in the Outer Rim? We shall find out now, because Whirlwind lives on the highly civilized planet of Venus. He's a goddamn alien. Why are they always aliens? Why? What? Why? Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's Venusian, Venus, the planet of love. Right? Isn't that right? I don't know. I don't know shit about astrology, but I think Venus is the planet of love. Right? Because isn't that Venus the planet that is it's Wonder Woman's power set comes from Venus, and then her enemies come from Mars, right? The Venusian. I don't know. I'll do an episode on that at some point. Golden Age Wonder Woman is fucking wild, dude. They mix astrology with Greek heroism and mythology and all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, through his powerful scopes and super television set, he keeps in touch with the other planets. He has acquired a vast knowledge. I feel like they could have done a better job with that. I don't think that that's properly. Oof, this art is something else. Whirlwind catches sight of a spaceship leaving Mars. Okay, so it's an Earth scout craft. What? Oh, okay, is that them? Are they the Black Shadows? He sees a fast Martian destroyer appear in close pursuit. The fast destroyer overtakes the Earth ship and discharges beams of comet fire. Okay? So it's a murder. He's witnessing a murder. Okay, then he sees the disabled Earthship begin to drift helplessly. The ship has sighted Venus and is struggling to make a landing. Okay, so he's going to go help them, right? It plunges through the heavy clouds of water vapor surrounding the planet. In spite of the pilot's skilled efforts, the ship crashes. Donning his transmitting belt, Whirlwind darts for the spot. Evidently, only one passenger. Oh, so he can fly. Look at that. He does. He darts literally through the sky. Oh, it's the love interest. With surprising ease, Whirlwind untangles the wreckage and lifts out the dazed pilot. She is a woman. Yes, she is. She's a woman. A very beautiful woman. Are you hurt? No, she is alive. Just shaken up a little. It was swell of you to pick me out of this mess. But where am I? Oh, you're on Venus. I don't know where you come from. Is she an Earthling? That is the question. Place your bets now. Is she an Earthling? As Whirlwind places her on the ground, an identification strap falls in full view. Brenda Hale, Agent, Space Army Women's Division, 7th Rec. 7th Recreation? 7th... Oh, Regiment. 7th Regiment. Okay, so she's a female Space Army? Not space astronaut? Space... He picks up and hands it to her. So you are Brenda Hale, secret agent for the newly formed Space Army. Yeah, and who are you? I am Whirlwind Carter. I am from Venus, but I have an American name. In charge of the Interplanetary Secret Service for Venus. We should get along well together. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a love interest is what's happening. So you are the great Whirlwind Carter. Then you can help me get back to Earth. It is very important. While on Mars, I learned that the Martians are organized to conquer the Earth and make it one of their colonies. They are ready for an immediate attack. Alright, let's go. I'll take you in my own speed ship. My ship is really fast. It travels on light waves. Very interesting. So, you see, it is like that. Particularly at the time, the lore inside of the zeitgeist at the time for literature was that Venus was the planet of love, and that there would be aliens like peacekeeping, very loving, nurturing, very attractive, and in some cases very sexual aliens that lived on Venus, and Mars would be very warlike, very focused on combat, and very obsessed with conquering. So Martians would be essentially what they perceive as the masculine evil, and then Venus would be the feminine good, I guess, if you can call it that, which is what they believed in the Wonder Woman, in the Golden Age run of Wonder Woman, which I'll talk about that at some point. I have some videos up about it, but they're not the best. I'll go back and do some more. Look, Whirlwind, the Martian ships are ahead of us. They are ready to land. Thousands of great Martian troop ships swarm down on North America. See, the Martians are always the warlike conquerors, which is fascinating to me. I mean, have you ever seen War of the Worlds? Those were Martians. They land on the outskirts of the largest cities. Soon, hordes of grotesque Martian soldiers armed with superlunar gas guns spurge through the thickly populated streets. Well, they're just using gas guns. We have rifles. We should be able to, you know, at least compete, right? Let's see. Does the army get involved? Does the army fight back? No. Millions of Earth people are overcome and captured by the Martians. The captives are taken to the ships. You guys ever see that movie Mars Attacks? There it is, in comic book form. You ever wonder where that came from? Well, it came from the Mars Attacks trading cards, but there it is. It's a trope, you see? Like, if I was a Martian, I'd be pissed. That's not what my people are like. The Martians place them inside of rockets. Put the rockets inside the space guns, and then the Earth people are shot up into space. We'll get rid of them and make room for our own people. Oh shit, so that's it. They're gonna take over Earth? The Martian rockets have no means of locomotion. As soon as they pass through the stratosphere, they simply begin floating. What? So that's actually an interesting... I've never seen anything like that before. So they just launch people into space, and then it's like, whatever happens to you, happens to you. It's my planet now, buddy. We must rescue them, Brenda. One by one, the rockets are picked up and magnetized by Whirlwind. We'll tow them to Venus. So Earthlings are now inside of Venus. The rockets land on Venus, and millions of Earth people are released. We'll equip them with our elastic gas bombs and return to Earth to combat the Martians. Okay, so they head for Earth, speeds the newly equipped army of Earthmen. Oh shit! So they're given... Oh, okay. This is going somewhere. They're covering a lot of ground, man. They really are. The Martians have conquered the American cities and made New York their headquarters. Soon they see the great ships from Venus swoop out from the sky. We'll turn loose the elastic gas bombs as we pass over the cities. The gas will find its way into every crevice and drive the Martians out. Whirlwind, while controlling the great fleet from his own switchboard, stops the ships above New York. The Martians suddenly see thousands of bombs descending upon them. The bombs explode in the city streets, and the Martians flee to hiding places, but cannot escape from the fast-moving gas. The Martians seem to be completely overcome, Brenda. We had better capture them before they recover. Then, the Great Fleet lands in the New York harbor. Okay, everything is very quiet. Let's scout around first. Yes, it may be a trick. No, there is not a soul in sight. Where are they all? Suddenly, a cloud-like tentacle reaches from a doorway. What? It wraps around Brenda and sweeps her away. Whirlwind, please, quick! As Brenda disappears, that was a Martian vapor arm. Okay, you're just gonna throw that at me immediately? You're not gonna make any sense of it? Come on, men! Through the streets of New York pour the enraged Earthmen searching for Martians. Drive them out into the open, he says. The Martians, still groggy from the gas, fight wildly in a desperate hand-to-hand battle follows. Whirlwind then sees Brenda. This way, Whirlwind. Hurry, Brenda. Turn loose the big gas bombs again. Okay, so apparently they can turn vapor into an arm, and we're just not going to explain that. As the bombs explode, the Martians rush to their ships. The Martians shoot into the air with the Earthmen close behind. The invaders are driven past the 50,000-mile limit, and the Earthmen turn back. Listen, Mr. Carter, you have been appointed the head of the Earth Department of the Interplanetary Secret Service. Yes, I'll accept that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'll do it. Another exciting adventure of Whirlwind Carter in the next issue. Don't miss it. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't know how I feel. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys feeling like this is... I don't know. Something's amiss here. Something's amiss here. It's not a perfect comic book. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much character here. There's not much. He doesn't have many powers. There's no planting or payoff. There's no foreshadowing. There's nothing. It's just... There's no craft to it. It's just a very by-the-numbers story. I like it visually, though. Like, the Martians do look they look interesting, and look at the Earthmen are punching the Martians. It's all very strange, but I don't know if it's a good story. Alright, but that's fine, because now we have Whirlwind Carter of the Interplanetary Secret Service. Whirlwind, who lives on the planet Venus and is in charge of the Interplanetary Secret Service for both Venus and the Earth, keeps in close touch with what happens in the hostile space areas. Whirlwind, in his super... He looks ridiculous! Whirlwind, in his super observatory, suddenly detects the approach of an invisible planet from a distant orbit. It's off its course, and there is something strange about that. I'll focus my negative spot ray on it. What the fuck? God, this is... Yeah, this is before we had been to space, long before we had been to space, when everything was still theoretical. What does an orbital telescope look like? I don't know. Just put a bunch of fucking telescopes around a fucking... You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But that is what it is. On his view plate appears the swiftly drifting planet. As Whirlwind studies it, he sees that its movements are controlled. It's the planet of Blacklight, the coldest planet in space. Is it moving? Yeah, it is. It's swiftly drifting. So it's like the Fifth Element when that giant planet is like moving through space and it fucking freaking everybody out. I'll tune it on my thought detector. It must be inhabited. From out of the thought detector, we'll try the Earth first. We'll draw it off its orbit into our realm and change its temperature. When all the Earth people have frozen to death, we'll change temperature again and sell the Earth to Mars. Are you serious? Holy smoke, I must get a look at those fiends. As Whirlwind adjusts his super television unit, he sees the Black Light Men. Let's get started. Yeah, what the fuck? They look just like the Martians, except bulkier. They look like, honestly, they look like they're made of shit. They look like they are shit men. That's what, look at that. Tell me that's not a shit man. That's not something that you see in your toilet after Thanksgiving. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I know what I'm fucking saying. Whirlwind draws the vision closer. No wonder they can endure cold. Look at their thick skins. Start the anti-solar system ray machine and focus the magnet guns on Earth. I must contact Brenda. Brenda Hale is Whirlwind's chief assistant on the Earth. There's Venus calling. It must be Whirlwind. Whirlwind explains the Blacklight Men's plot to her and then warns her, Brenda, the 500 million Earth people will all be frozen to death if we fail. What shall I do? Bring out fast dreadnoughts armed with long-range, high-tension fusion guns on a course 32 degrees south sun from here and 43 degrees west moon from Mars, and I'll meet you with the Venus ship equipped with demagnetizers. Meanwhile, the blacklight monsters have focused their powerful rays on the Earth. Before Brenda has time to act, the Earth begins to tremble, and people notice that they are lighter on their feet. Yes, they are earthquakes. Gravity is being destroyed. Turn on more power. The Earth is now leaving its orbit. What the fuck? They can just do that in the future? That's fucking crazy. Before the Earth people become panic-stricken, they see the great spaceship shoot into the sky and then disappear. Brenda sends Whirlwind a message. We're coming at the rate of 300,000 miles a minute. Wouldn't that break, like, that breaks the sound barrier? I think that might break the light. I don't know. I don't care. I'll soon meet you, Brenda. We're traveling on accelerated light waves at 190,000 miles a second. That breaks something. Jesus Christ. On the planet of Blacklight, the fiends are applying all of their power. The people of Earth rise gradually into the air and vehicles are unable to stay on the ground. The world is coming to an end because I guess gravity doesn't matter because Earth's molten core has been frozen over? Is that why they're flying now? I don't know. Will it be explained? Fuck no. The ships from Venus and the ships from Earth soon meet. Now we will attack the Blacklight gang. My God, look at that. The two fleets line up in formation and Whirlwind sets the course. As they near the planet of Blacklight, they begin using their high-tension fusing guns and powerful demagnetizers. Okay, the Blacklight gang prepares for flight out of range. Adjusts the planet rocket vacuum for low-wave propulsion. The planet, like a streak, darts away. So is it a planet or is it a ship? Or is it like a Death Star thing? Because that's really fast. Jesus. But the fusing guns and demagnetizers begin to take effect. The planet can no longer be controlled. Oh my God, there's like a rogue planet flying around the galaxy. Jesus. The implications of the gravitational pull of our universe. It's not good, guys. It's not looking good. Meanwhile, the Earth returns to its orbit and full gravity is restored, but millions of people are killed and injured, meaning we did effectively fail. With its mechanisms disabled, the planet of Blacklight becomes motionless. The ships immediately land on its icy surface. You had better stay on the ship where it's warm. Never! Fuck that shit, Brenda says. Come on, men. We must capture this gang of madmen. The Blacklight Ray men rush to meet them with frigid ray guns? That's fucking cool. Okay. But the Earthmen's fusing rays destroy the frigid ray guns. A fierce hand-to-hand battle starts on the slippery ice, and the thick-skinned natives of the planet cannot be hurt, and the men from Venus and Earth are being driven backwards. Where is Brenda? You told her to stay on the goddamn ship, you fucking twat. Brenda, unnoticed, has built a fire in an ice cavern. She immediately begins throwing fiery embers at the Blacklight fiends. When they see the fire, they become terrified. One of them sneaks up and seizes Brenda. He begins dragging her to the back of the cavern. Whirlwind, help! Help! At the sound of her distress, Whirlwind rushes in. Run to my ship and lock yourself inside. Having found that the Blacklight men are afraid of fire, the men from Venus and Earth drive them back with red-hot embers. They stampede to the edge of an ice cliff and jump off. That is the end of them. Are you sure? Are you alright, Brenda? Fine, then let's go. Look, the Earth is perfectly normal. How? How did they thaw the Earth? How did it regain its gravitational pull? Without its molten core, how is it even spinning right now? Another thrilling episode of Whirlwind Carter next month. I've got bad news for you. It ain't gonna happen, Chief. And I can kind of see why. As we read it, I was mildly entertained, but I wasn't completely invested in the story. I do like the visuals. I do like that it's one of those restored comics. It's very crisp. Look at the ice and the colors and everything like that. It's very crisp, very beautiful. but the story is dookie. That's what it is. And you know what it is? It's not even the story, because if you're a good writer, and I am a college educated writer, when you write, it's not what you're writing. It's not the plot. It's the way that you write it. There have to be tricks. You know, you have to do planting, payoff. You have to do foreshadowing. You have to do character arcs. People need to change. The beats need to change. The beats in this story don't change at all. It's very simplistic, as if it's written for a child. So I'm not very interested in this at all, and I'm not sure if you guys are. But yeah, I'm not surprised that he didn't come back. It's not very engaging. It doesn't do much to incite my imagination, and it has just a ton of just like captions and prose, and that's it. It reads more like a child's picture book than it does a comic book. It really does not transport me into the story. It doesn't incite my imagination, and I'm not looking forward to anything more, and there was no more. But if you guys disagree, if you guys happen to really love Whirlwind Carter for any reason, let me know. Because, I mean, I think the idea is cool. The idea of, like, an interplanetary protection agency, sort of like a United Nations for planets, and then they have to deal with threats. A little bit like Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek did it better. That's it for Whirlwind Carter. If you liked reading this book with me and you want to read more books with me, like this video and subscribe to this channel. But until next time, nerds, stay heroic.